Don't be alarmed about the thumbnail. I did notice the pick. I picked that, okay? And it's actually, I think many folks may resonate with the feeling of wah. Now the goal of the stream is to just chill and chat for the most part. Could play some games, we'll see. I've been playing a lot off stream actually. I've been playing with background, thick, clay, been doing some solo stuff. Did a sterilizer run today. It was awful. I need to realize that certain weapons are beyond saving in the sense that you'll use it, and if you use it, you could be having a pretty good time in the game and ignore a lot of things and issues in it, but when you pick up weapons that are just atrocious, it brings out all the flaws in the game, and you just can't ignore it. That's how I am. I think I just don't really address that enough, or I don't prevent it from happening in myself, I guess. Happened on Hive Worlds when I was forcing myself to play that. Happened on Raise the Flag way back when against Alpha Commander Spam whenever they ran away. Oof. Those 2 periods of time were not great. Today wasn't that bad, but just weird. A lot of weird things going on. Anywho, I'm debating on... So I want to do a stream, I believe, where I go over weapon buff ideas for stratagems. And I'm pretty sure that last time I did this, I said in the video or in the stream, this is mostly for fun, although some change I think would be pretty cool. People get really mad about that, and the goal isn't to make them mad. But if dumb folks get mad about random things like that, then hey man, do some self-searching or something. Like, let me give you guys an idea of what it looks like. What is this? Wrong thing. Hope you're taking care of yourself, man. I'm doing decent. I'm doing decent. I need better sleep. That's the main thing. I think my nutrition's good. My cardio is okay. I should get more steps, get better sleep, maybe get more water. Aside from that, I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing good too. I hope you're doing good as well. Where is the thing I'm searching for? It's in the photo shop. Not here. 1 second. I got way too many freaking things for helldivers 2, bro. I can't tell if I have anything I shouldn't have in here. Support weapon tier list? No. I had to have labeled it like buffing everything. I didn't? Hey. If y'all doing anything creative on a computer or what have you, get better at labeling. It will save you so much time. Recommend valerian and magnesium. I do magnesium glycinate. I think that valerian might keep me up. Maybe I just have a combination of like valerian. I have this one supplement that's like a combination of 3 different herbs, and it actually keeps me up, which is tilting. In the same way that I don't really mess with something called ashwagandha, because that also keeps me up. Thoughts on CGW? Not for me. I'm surprised it's still up. Like, the CGW is a good thing in the sense that it shows us how simple certain aspects of the game are to improve, which also indicates the devs are particularly lazy in certain aspects when it comes to balance. To be very blunt, balance. They do a great job in art department, all that other stuff, but balancing, kind of trash. But I'm looking at it from like a, not so much a legal standpoint, but maybe like a legal standpoint. CGW is not particularly a good thing, legally speaking, I wouldn't say. I don't care what happens to it though. Not my ballpark at all. It doesn't like affect me, I don't believe. I just know that when it probably gets taken down, folks will freak out, and it'll be like, how could Arrowhead do this when it's like, in my view, the most common outcome is that CGW gets taken down. Don't worry, guys, I'm here. Charles, wait. You're not the one that drinks, right? Because if you are, don't. But how's it going, Charles? Thanks for the 2. What up, Sparky? What up, Raider? I need to find this file. Important to show you guys. It's show and tell time. I mean, what? Okay, so that's not you. There was someone that would always donate, and they would donate a lot of money at certain points, and they would do it because they were drunk. And I was like, dude, you can't be doing this. Like, I don't want your drunk money. That's why I say that. And they also would come into the stream like that too. They'd be like, I'm here. And I go, oh God. It was a interesting dynamic. $2 a lot of money? No, it's also the entrance. Hey, $2 is more than zero. The hell are we talking about? Playing PoE 2 with OhDough in the background. How's that going, by the way? I know you're talking about. I forget who it was. Better for them to send you their money as opposed to them spending more of it on alcohol. My thing is, I'm not sure if they have enough money for both. And that's a horrible feeling. I made it. Tim builds, no. Damn it. Where did I save this? That's like the weirdest part about content creation to me, or one of the weirdest parts is like streamers in general, they tend to get a bunch of donations, especially if you're large. And the really large ones end up getting like crazy donations sometimes, and even smaller ones too. The worry is that folks donate out of like this popularity aspect. They do it because they see other folks do it, they want to fit in, they want to feel like... And I'm not saying that Charles is doing this, by the way, bro. I'm not talking about you, I'm just saying in general. It's like a thought I have all the time. Like people in other live streams are just people... They like to fit in a sense. So when some folks donate, they'll do it too. And some folks don't have the money to do that, but they'll still pitch in. And it's like, why would you put yourself in a worse position for people to say, hey man, thanks for the money. But meanwhile, your life is now in a worse spot for no good reason. I never understood that. And it's a sad ordeal. If you're a VTuber, that is another one. That's the whole lewd space in a sense. That's where it gets really, really bad. Is that even who's peer pressuring it though? Like peer pressure would make sense if folks are like looking at you in your house and going, "Hey man, why don't you give them $50?" Like that would make more sense, I guess. In most cases, no one's telling anyone to give money, and they just do it. And sometimes they don't have the money to give, and it's like, why? Other donators, who cares? That's not peer pressure, I wouldn't think. That's like self-inflicted pressure. VTuber model. I might actually have a thing to show you guys if I can find it, but like I said, I'm not really organized, so I might not be able to look at it that fast. Yeah, I'm going to say I probably can't find it. I can't even find this one thing I've been looking for this whole time. How much should I donate? I don't think it's peer pressure. I think it's more so wanting to fit in. It's not because their peers do it. It's because they're seeking validation, potentially. Mostly donate for comedic effect. Charles links it too. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. It's like some folks feel like they have to do something. It goes like I think a lot of things can be boiled down into more simpler perspectives sometimes, which it can often be a disservice to the topic you're talking about. There's almost like I always think about when I was younger, when it comes to school and how everyone wanted the newest shoes that were really expensive for no reason. And you had these kids getting like Jordans that cost $100 to $120, I believe that was the price point. And they'd always talk about it and hype it up as if it mattered. Like they're shoes that you guys don't want to get dirty. You don't want to actually mess around in these shoes. This is middle school. And as a kid, I was just baffled that folks cared about, like they cared about that. And they cared about it because people made it a bigger deal. Like in that case, it's definitely potentially peer pressure because you're more exposed to the actual happenings around you. Like you're in the environment itself. In a live stream, typically folks aren't saying, in the streams that I watch, which I don't watch streams that much anymore, it's not like a, hey guys, can I get 50 subs? And people are like meaning it. Like maybe it's in jest as a joke, but it's not like folks are begging for the money. Now, if you go to like some streams, then yes, but I'm more so viewing it from folks who just give money they didn't have the ability to give for validation or something. Always perplexing. My dog is homeless, but I feel obligated to exchange this money for your attention. Mike C. God damn it. Thanks for the 5, man. Another thing, people will give me money, and it's cool. Like I don't mind it, but they'll give me money for messages that I'll probably read anyway. I can't read every message, but let's say like the chat's super slow. Folks will give me money to read a message. It's like, dude, you could have just said that. You could have just literally typed it in the chat. I would have read it. Broken stream? I might play the game today. We'll see. Like I said, I started the stream. I've been playing this game a lot off stream, so I don't know what I would do on it aside from just like mindless stuff that could potentially lead to a less enjoyment. I don't know. It's fun to just sit here and talk, kind of. I just like you, bro. See, I overthink stuff. That's the problem. I definitely overthink stuff. Not so much in the moment, though. I would hope not, at least, but a little bit. It's part of why I make the videos that I do on games that are sometimes negative or critiquey. I overthink things. Because the smart play would be not to make those videos, as they lead to a less prosperous channel, if you will. Where the frick did I put this? Fearless. Can't be in here. Wait. It has to be somewhere here. Stratagems. Separating stratagems, journal stratagems. This is what we're working with right now. I have no idea what I'm looking for. I'm trying to grind the breaker for attachments. It's not even worth it. Mega boring. Honestly, I don't grind anything XP-wise in this game because XP, the way you get it, is not really rewarding. You basically go into a mission with a weapon that you don't have to use to level it up. It's more like a time sink. Speaking of, I'm kind of worried that they might add more of a time sink to certain things. Like, I'm curious if they ever plan on adding any gameplay effective like things that aren't cosmetic, but actual buffs, in a sense, to like levels 50, 100, 150. These were more so ideas given in my Discord recently by some fellers, or a feller in particular. And I wonder if the devs would ever do something like that. Because a lot of games, they'll give you a grind, and some folks like the idea of that. I don't love grinds that you can't min-max by being skillful and going about it in like a more intelligent manner. When it just requires time and you're working towards gameplay stuff, it gets to a point where it's just beyond excessive, because how much time do you expect folks to give your game whenever there's so many other games to play these days? Like, I think game studios do not value the idea of simply making a good core experience that you can add stuff to that people will then want to engage with, and that is all of a sudden the gameplay loop that will get people to keep wanting to experience your game over and over and over again for as long as you can make new content for it, versus making something that requires a ridiculous grind. Also, Nick, thanks for the 3 months. How much to use the machine gun frontline loadout? Well, the going rate is usually $50. Not that I've ever made a price for it, but folks will pay me $50 for that kind of stuff. I don't know, dude. If a loadout's fun, I'll just play it. But some of y'all got some boring loadouts, man. You play horror games? Not really. That's a lot of money. Folks just they'll post it up before I even say I'll do something, and they'll ask me to do something, and then I feel obligated to do it. But they always give it a super chat, and super chats take 70% of my money. It's like, bro. That's another thing, actually. If folks want to give people money, they're better off doing it on like Coffee or something, or Ko-fi, because that way they take like 5% if you want them to, and I give them 5%. YouTube takes 30. I asked a YouTube representative why that happens, and they said it's because they tie all of those systems to the same thing. Like the sub splits 30%, that one I'm okay with. Super chats 30%, gifts. Or not gifts. All their stuff is a flat 30%. And I told the YouTube person, like, hey, that is some BS. I basically said, you know, people will direct folks to other platforms so they can actually give the creator all the money they're trying to give them. And she was like, huh. You know, we've heard that before. You don't say. The amount of time I spend playing Helldivers 2 at the max gun was actually useful. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. Like you can kind of make things useful-ish. But I played Max Gun recently. My main problem was I just kept shooting dead bodies since the way that bugs work, the best faction for Maxi Gun. I guess Illuminate's not that bad for it. It's pretty good. But on bugs, when you kill a bug, its body blocks bullets for the rest of the bugs behind it, so they can just keep forming a carcass phalanx, essentially. And they stack it up and stack it up and they get close to you. So honestly, oddly enough, the BFGL is a better Maxi Gun for the bug front. It takes longer to kill things, but you don't have to sit there and actually land the shots properly. And you can get value when you're hitting dead bodies because the explosion will kill things a little bit. Now, it depends on what you're facing. If you're facing like Alpha Commander spam, probably not. But if you're facing Hive Guard spam, if you're facing Pouncer Seeds, I think BFGL could be better, potentially. Is it a good time to get back in the game? It's alright. It's alright. If you don't think too hard about the things that you may not understand, yes. But if you know the intricacies of the game, maybe not. Maybe not. More so for Constellations. Ever played a game called The Finals? It's alright, yeah. I haven't played it in a long, long time. Where the freak is this file? Not in cooking. Although I did cook. Kinda. Helldivers 2. This can't be it. Has the game improved much? The Finals or Helldivers 2? Okay, no, this is fine. This is me trying to do my Pam plug. That's not what I'm looking for at all. Awesome stuff? No. This is why EDF is better, because bodies actually help you and don't hinder you at all. It's a half-truth. What? High res, I made it. No. Sponsored, hashtag not sponsored. Nah, it's affiliate links. I feel like sponsorship, you have to disclose sponsors if you're actually paid to say something. If it's an affiliate link, you're not being paid to say anything. You're only going to get money if folks buy the thing you're trying to sell. I'm pretty sure that's a legal distinction. I hope I'm right on that. But like a sponsorship usually indicates that you were paid to promote a product that you maybe don't even like at all, and you're getting paid to say something no matter what, basically. There's different deals for it. Like there's like RPM based or CPM based deals where you get paid based on the views you get, flat rate. There's ones where it's there's ones where it's based on just getting a flat view count. But basically, like for instance, I had one for Raycon, these bone conductor headphones. I got paid to say that they were whatever they were. Versus if it was an affiliate link, I would only get paid if I sold them. I feel that's the difference. I'm pretty sure I looked it up, and I think that that's what it means, but I don't know for certain, so I can't say for certain. Now, a different distinction is like my brother's business, OutWestSeams.com, get you an Arrowhead hat. I make zero money from those whatsoever. My brother's business, and he would give me commission eventually. Right now, I don't have it, and I don't want it. I don't really care. But that's an example where it's more so just supporting a homie. Well, a blood brother in this case. What the bro? It's actually tilting. War bonds, weapon icons. Oh, I'm super smart. It's crazy. I'm looking in the wrong place the entire time. Primary of choice, nade pistol, nade pick one, stun, Giga thermite, machine gun, guard dog, orbital barrage, machine gun sentry, medium engineering kit, have fun. Giga nade or thermite, machine gun, guard dog, orbital barrage. Bro, your build sucks. How am I supposed to kill heavies? Because thermites kill... Okay, thermites, giga nades, those can kill chargers, those can kill impalers. Or impalers aren't a big deal. Kinda. Bruh. Bile Titans. What are you supposed to do against those guys? Waste 2, 3 thermites? Just dodge the heavies. You kind of can now. The charge change, it's pretty noticeable, especially as the host. I kind of like that. I just don't like how they don't show their wagon like they're supposed to. Is it where I think it is? It is. I think I've located what I'm looking for. Finally. Oh, that was 2. Oh my god, I found it. Stratagem, wait, support stratagems for testing vids. That's not what I'm looking for. What I buff? Ooh, I found it. It's fun. I can dance on Ball Titans. It's challenging. When folks say challenging these days, I'm gonna be real, I dismiss it instantly. Because for some reason, people view annoyance as challenge. And some things that are challenging can be annoying, but to some individuals, it being annoying is the challenge. And I hate it with a passion. So this is what I made a long, long time ago. We probably won't do it today, but... Fire slows bugs a smidge. I'm just saying. Just saying that was on there. Breaker, Crisper, Thermite, Guard Dog, Grenade Launcher, Rail Cannon, Eagle Fire, Grenade. What's you said jail twice. Listen, I will save your builds. How about this? There's a decent chance I will do y'all's runs for videos on second channel. There's no guarantee I do it on a live stream. Now, part of the reason for that is that I can't tell which enemy constellation spawns, like the enemies in my mission. Like, I don't know what's going to spawn, and it sucks having to reset constantly. Plus, I like missions in the daytime, so that's another level, another check to get correct to actually have a mission that I want to do. And I don't love Spore Spew, or the Spore map obscurity that makes so you can't full clear. That's the third thing I have to figure out. It just makes doing missions so tedious on stream if I'm going for like an actual challenge run, where it's not just these stupid things that I can't mitigate. Because an example is, use that machine gun loadout against bowel spewers and nursing spewers. That sounds terrible. It actually wouldn't be that bad against nursing spewers because it'd be easier, but it'd be more boring. Like that's... And the map obscure thing just makes it so full clearing isn't more difficult, it's just dumb. Like you can't see. You have to spend time wandering around aimlessly. And that's just 3 examples of things that make it to where doing missions that are, challenging, more tedious for no good reason. And many folks call that difficulty, and I don't agree with those folks in the slightest. I need to make a channel for just builds. Alright. I'm going to screenshot the thingy. Boom. I got Nix's. Also, Nix and Kasha, you guys both just gave YouTube 30%, just so you know. But Kasha, thanks for 50, by the way. I'm not sure why I'm screenshotting your message after copying and pasting it, but I can just screenshot the message itself. It has the builds. Makes no sense. I mean, good luck. Oh. Let me get it. Flame FRV, Portable Hellbomb, Hive Lord. I don't think the Flame FRV will do as much damage as people are making it out to be. The Flame FRV is more like a P-Striker 500 kg as it is. Then it is like an actual mini nuke. I call it mini nuke is for attention grabbing purposes. Okay, I clarified kind of what it was. The payment method. Okay, it's not a big deal. I'm just saying that if you're given like $50+, Ko-fi is the way to go. You can do what you want. It's your money. I'm just saying the YouTube takes 30%. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you want, that's all I'm saying. So I like Ko-fi, I think. I can post it. Just feels like it's in your face then. That's a very white screen. The only downside is on Ko-fi. See, this is why I wish that YouTube would take like 10%. I could handle 10%. Like, I don't need all the money. But 30 is just stupid. Put it in stream description. I think it is. Here. Boom. Report for organizing anti-glazed diver cult and laundering money through Kofi. Yeah, the cult. I don't even say that word often, dude. Like, often at all. Also, what's up, Mom? Hope you're doing good. I was gonna text you. I was texting Dad, and I was like, see, I overthought it. I wasn't sure if it made sense. It's like, hey, are you okay? But probably it did. I hope you're good. Set up a... 1 second. What's going on? Oh, this is... Oh, I was saying that I want to do a balancing dock thing eventually. This is my old one. I think I dated it. Yeah, I got water. What I buffed 2? I did 2 of these? When? When the hell did I do it? Like the second one? Also, Ben thanks to 2. Please say... I'm not saying that, bruh. I'm not saying that. Improved reticle, magazine, 10% reticle, higher charge, increases armor pin when piercing enemies. Oh, because it goes to like medium or something. Fast blitz mission, any loadout, but no sentries or backpacks or mechs. I'll send 20. Wait, low key? Okay, first... Dude. Is this... Listen, if that becomes a demand for this, it's gonna feel so scuffed ever increasing the price. But damn. Fast blitz mission, any loadout, no sentries or backpacks or mechs. And the twist is y-axis inverted. I don't mind if you lose. I'll send 20 yes or no. Honestly, I will try this one because that sounds hilarious. That sounds... I can do that one on stream. That one sounds funny. What is... I'm telling you, I'm highlighting the message instead of just screenshotting the actual comment. Boom. That one sounds hilarious. Yes, I shall try that. Beardo, thanks for the 5. Twist is y-axis inverted. Oh, fast blitz mission. Here's the thing. There's no shot I full clear that, just so you know. Like maybe the seeds are different, but I don't think I full clear. Damn, I said make starter primary. People didn't like that, I don't think. Alright, I'll work on this. I want to do a video about this in the future, and I'll just have like a whole set of different lists. A whole set of different changes that I have for the stratagems I'd want to change. Because flamethrowers are good now. Cremator's good. Flamethrower is aight. And sterilizer, dot damage builds up on enemies, weakens armor after 3 to 4 seconds. Like those are like 2 changes that are pretty cool, and they never happened, unfortunately. All right, we can do that. That's actually hilarious. Wait a second. What does y-axis inverted even feel like? Is y left or right? Get it? You should have given it to me after I try it, though. Because now I don't gotta try it. I can just take your money for free. Thanks for 20. It's up and down. Oh, we lost. If you couldn't tell, I've never changed that in my entire life. Oh, it's gotta be under mouse and key. You said up and down. Y-axis up and down. That is vertical. It's grayed out. Oh my god. Okay. You said fast blitz mission. Restarting. Beardo wants to give me 25 bucks for a fast blitz mission, any loadout but no sentries or backpacks or mechs, and the twist is y-axis inverted. You don't mind if I lose? I'm going to. Fast blitz. Which faction? Bugs, bots, squids. Which faction? Bioprocessor, bots, blitz. You're last I checked, you're not Beardo, Valter. I'm playing the CGW mod. If CGW requires turning off the anti-cheat, I'm not playing it. I would rather not do that personally. Will this be hard? It'll be impossible. The only faction I can maybe do it on is bots. There's no way any? Okay, well. Now you say that. I think on bugs, I would just die like all the time. Like bots is a chance to make it actually work. Potentially. We do Martel. Not that. There's no day mission. This works. Day mission. It's gotta be Eradicate, I forgot. Or not. You said Blitz. Blitz. Word. I shall crank the tunes momentarily. Is there a risk of a ban or something? No, I would rather not. I would rather not do that myself. Oh my god. That hurts my brain. Just moving to my drop pod hurts my brain. Oh, see, in this menu, I'm chilling. This is normal. I think we landed the extraction. Make everything as smooth as possible. At least we can pick our loadout in peace. But the second it comes to aiming, we're toast. Dude, by the way, Double Freedom and Missile Pistol, or Pocket Rocket, is so much fun on bugs. Like, this combination right here is genuinely a blast. Especially like a Hive Guard seed. And I hate Hive Guard, so that's actually... It's coming from the heart. If we're doing this, I may as well go an aimer loadout and just pray I can somewhat figure it out. Ultimatum would kill me. I'm not doing that. I might need to, though. That's the crazy part. We're doing Missile Pistol since I don't have to aim. No backpacks, no sentries. I can use grenades. Do I go explosive resist armor? Nah, I'm gonna do grenade armor just to have as many as possible. Because there's no supply backpack cheese. No backpacks, sentries, or mechs. Those are the only 2 things I can't take. I'm thinking railgun because I won't have to deal with ergonomics being atrocious. Railgun and my diligence have good ergonomics, which will help me a ton. I could go no, the C4 doesn't count as a backpack. That counts as a support weapon, so I could go C4, but I don't know if that's going to make any sense. I mean, I just go full expendable loadout, I think. Nope, that's a backpack. I was gonna take a hell bomb. I was like, oh, it's a hell bomb. It's a backpack, dog. Oh, it doesn't say it though. Oh, backpack mount. It's in the fine print. Son of a biscuit. Bulletstorm? Why on earth would I want to take Bulletstorm to have to land multiple headshots when my freaking Y-axis is inverted? You gotta be on something, son. Okay. Oh, I should have gone dynamite. Dang it! Dynamite makes more sense in hindsight. Taking railgun? Yes! I think that I can do stuff with railgun. Railgun requires landing a shot. Bulletstorm requires landing multiple shots to kill a Devastator. It's light pin, by the way. Oh my god, oh my god. My HUD's turned off for different purposes. Oh my god. We look at the ground the entire game. We have a hill. This is the worst. Wait, this is the best. Oh, that sucks. Aim down. Aim down. Oh my god. What kind of psychopaths do this? War Strider's my favorite. Take out that scrub. Rotate this way. You guys may get motion sickness off this, like 100%. Too easy. Too easy. Distance. Uh-huh. I'm just gonna full send that and hope it does something. That guy about took my head off, and I don't feel like I deserved that. This is not okay. New stuff? Oh, this is 100% new to me. That's for sure. Is that a thing? Look, that's SAM site. No, that's nothing. I haven't even left the extraction yet. I'm just so nervous. This is a very hilly location. We can climb this, surely. Oh my goodness. What? You better let me up. That'd have been absurdly rigged if not. Wait, this is a... Oh, first try, baby. We're stealth diving. Gonna go ahead and take this guy out. Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair. Invert mouse scope. Yes, inverse mouse scope horizontal. Got him first try. Why are these guys lost? Why are these guys lost? That's why I'm taking railgun, by the way. Oh my. This is not okay. This is not okay. This is not okay. Bro, I'm just looking at the sky the whole time. Let me leave, please. I cleared it. Omnish. We're only at 816, brother. You're kidding me. Movement. Ooh, the flick of the wrist. I didn't quite appreciate that. I can't react fast enough to not get one shot by them failures. I would say that that was less than enjoyable. I feel like you right now. Dude, that guy's mocking me. Bro, these guys are AFK and I'm still getting owned. It's like they know I have a handicap. Oh my. Shh. There's no way they know. We have to clear this thing. I'm not above freaking crawling across the ground. There's no way those guys behind me noticed that and nothing else. All I know is pain. All I know is pain. All I know is pain. I think that lands. It bounced like 1,000 times. I'm just looking at the sky. Dub Dash. Don't shoot me, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. What do I have here? Death. Perfect. Oh my. I'm hiding in here. Didn't die to that. No! No! I'm nervous. There's 1,000 guys. I'm out. Wait. Oh my god, where am I? I don't think it's worth resupplying. I'm just gonna die. Got him. I'm really bad at shooting those, especially when this is inverted. This is not a good look. First try. First try. I want to go back there and clear that. Where my rug gonna go? Need my booties. I can clear this on the bottom actually. Now that it's actually turned off. Sitting here and trying to shoot those guys will take me longer than doing the hell bomb. There are so many dudes. Excuse me. Better pal. Oh my god, I've made mistakes. Don't break any sleep even. Run! Live. Die. We got the objective though. More than I expected. That's radar dish. We haven't even done the mega base. I kind of want to do the mega base over doing everything else. There are so many more fabricators I haven't got, and they're not gonna get got. We're gonna try and do the mega base, and we'll just call it a day there, I suppose. Expecting too much more than this is honestly asking for way too much. Can't see nothing. Everyone's been AFK this game though, which is kind of weird. That guy's turret is actually crazy. Moving. Turret to my right. Ooh, that's a bunker turret. Was it to my left? I can't ever tell where they are. Let me up. Oh my goodness. We're toast. Dude, I sometimes don't hit those shots whenever I'm not hindered by this nonsense. You're the most scary person to kill here. Oh, that makes sense. I agree. I'm being rolled. Who is spamming shots? Who was that? Like I was shooting a lot. Honestly, W. There's no way it's a bunker turret. That bunker turret shot like... Was that bunker turret? Dude, those things are still so stupid. Are you on controller or something? No. I would do a lot better on controller than I just did right there. I did the challenge in parallel with you, just extracted. Did you clear a mega base though? I don't think so. I mean, the accuracy is not too shabby for having my controls being so scuffed. I did not. I didn't either, so can't say much. I had my whole thing inverted, so I had this inverted and I had my aim inverted. Was your mouse scope since inverted? Because if not, doesn't count. Like I shot that first Billy Bob and I was like, wait a minute, this is normal. This is not fair. Now do it on a steering wheel. Oddly enough, I wanted to do some dance pad stuff eventually. I want to do something like... Before I've done stratagem inputs with my dance pad, but I want to do it to where I'm moving around with the dance pad. But I don't know if I can do that and also have the dance pad be tied to my stratagem inputs. If I could, that'd be pretty cool. But I also would die a lot. How would you play Helldivers 2 on a steering wheel? I've seen folks play games with a sword only. Like they're playing games where they're hitting a dummy, and the dummy, like where you hit the dummy determines what button you press. You can basically just you can rig buttons up to whatever you want to. Like on a steering wheel, you can have all the buttons that it comes with be tied to something in the game itself. Awesome stuff, man. GG's. We used to do this to my 5-year-old cousin without him knowing, and we would die laughing watching him bob his head to the inverted aim on his character. Jesus Christ. At least there's a lore to it. That's pretty good. I think against bugs, that would be a lot more hectic. I would just die so much more. Like, if you didn't get killed so fast in this game, it'd be fun to do that versus bugs. But in the current state, I wouldn't be able to play the game. I would just be dead every 2 seconds. You can if you change your stratagem inputs back to WASD. Oh, you're right. I forgot. The steering wheel goes super hard if you request an FRV for the whole 2 minutes. For the whole 2 minutes it's alive. How would you aim up and down on a steering wheel? Is my question. You can aim left and right, like that's normal. How would you aim up and down? Any cyborg planets with box engines? No, there's not. Which kind of reminds me of, you know how they made it to where surges were spawning less enemies? We didn't get to know what that felt like until a few months later. I think a month later for sure. Buttons like a controller? Controller doesn't aim like that. Like I'm thinking more like on a steering wheel. If your goal is to aim with the steering wheel itself by like moving the steering wheel, if you have a buttons, it's turning into a controller. Like you just use this. I guess it'd be interesting in the sense that the turning left or right is steering wheel only. Hold the clutch to change it. That reminds me of that guy that plays games with a flute. He'll go like this. Like he'll take forever to line up a shot because he's going left, right, up, down. It's insanity. Extract with samples, I'm assuming. Just says 15 million. Interesting. I wanted to do some stuff against mindless masses. Can you play stick? Can I drive stick? Can I play stick? What? But you said it, boy. So an idea I had was to do mindless masses solo and do melee only. But I'm not sure if they're actually spawning enemies. Does anyone know what difficulty for mindless masses you can start seeing overseers? Because my plan was to do cutlass or the saber for voteless, ballistic shield to block damage, breaching hammer if meat bob spawn, and I need to avoid harvesters because harvesters are like the one enemy that would make that build terrible. But if I see overseers, I can use throwing knives and kill them from range, and it looks cool. This thing crazy boss spawns on Matoria. Saw 3 factory striders and 1 drop. The planet I was just on was actually kind of nuts. It dropped off 2 Hulks and a War Strider. I've never seen that before. Like, honestly, that mission was kind of cool. Dude, I wish that people liked bots more. As a content creator, that faction it's so much fun for me to play against whenever it works decently. But I think that many people hate it because the ragdoll is just too excessive. Can you kill me last? I want daytime. Why not stream on Twitch? I probably should have. I don't know. That's a good question. I should have. I just forgot. It's not a habit yet. If it was a habit, I would have gone live on both. I just forgot to, so I didn't. That's why. And I won't be live too long tonight. The plan was just to go stream because I wanted to. But I want to go to bed at a decent time. Damn it. Oh no, guys. No one's playing level 3 difficulty for Mons Masses. What shall I do? Wait, folks already left a new planet? Why is there so many people here? Oh. Major order, major order. Mr. has a sleep schedule over here? I don't. My sleep schedule is abysmal. Practically non-existent. Overseer ship on level 10. On level 10 difficulty, Mons Masses do not spawn many voteless. Or many enemies at all. You kind of just get terrible spawns most of the time. Like, I did a mission where I had only 400 kills. After like 30-ish minutes. No, the thing with like breaching hammer on harvesters, I just don't love the interaction. Like, you can kill them. But I want to go extra melee damage for voteless. If this was Twitch, I could break those $50 into bits and send it a bit per message for 2 years. I hate that shit with a passion. Like, that's also a case where I would just rather someone not give me any money. Like, dude, that's what kids would do that to me when I played Fortnite, and I hated it so much. And I felt bad, but I wanted to ban that kid so bad, and I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. Derpy duck. You know what? What are the chances these guys are rocking some weird... Like, I'm looking for low-level lobbies so I can use some stuff that they won't be able to just like carry necessarily. Don't like bits. If you like the idea of getting a message to pop up going ding 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 every like message someone sends, like right now for instance, every message being typed in the chat, imagine if it had a sound to it, a notification if you will, on the screen, and there was like that was going on, and it's for 2 cents. Even if it was for like a bunch of money, it would be good for the content creator but horrible for the viewer. Wait a minute, are there Leviathans? Pay to ear open your creator? Yes, basically. Man. I'm trying to avoid backpacks. His laser will kill me. Does hover backpack and hammer do something epic? Does hover backpack and hammer do something epic with harvesters? You can one-shot them, I think. But it's not ideal. They kind of like move around weirdly. And if you don't one-shot them, they will kill you. Unless you have arc resist armor. A lamp. Super Afghanistan Special Forces. Thank you for your service. Bro. This is our only chance right there, I think. That's our best shot. Oh, you can turn it off, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the act of it happening. You're changing the topic and Jesus Christ. Can we freaking not rev up the fryers? Like, why is this thing vibrating? Where is the vibration? Turn that thing off. Strong? What's going on? What was that? My controller. That's never even happened before. This thing stays plugged in all the time. I don't know why it was going crazy like that. Rock solid. I mean, what are the options? It's rock solid, peak physique. That's wrong armor. Inspirational. I guess rock solid. This could be boring. We'll see. Hopefully not. And then I was gonna go ballistic shield, breaching hammer. Could go chainsaw. I'm gonna go chainsaw actually. That's basically it. I can't think of anything else that's like melee based. Like the mech is melee based technically. I had breaching hammer to break dropships. That's why I go breaching hammer. I'm gonna go chainsaw though, I don't care. Still inverted? Hell no. But one true flex is insta aggro. See, I could do that, but the saber's cooler. You have a tank in this piece? I didn't even see. For some reason, I didn't even check their loadouts one bit. I just assumed it wouldn't be what it was. Wait. B3? I was aiming directly at me. I didn't do nothing. Alright, so imagine this, but like way, way more zombies. That's kind of the idea. This is a decent amount. I'm talking like 50 zombies right here. Just imagine that. Excessive force. Breakthrough? Breakthrough can't close bug nest. I brought the mech suit just in case they weren't doing objectives, just to help out. But they good. Yeah, these folks don't respect the 1v100. I'm not getting in the whip. I don't care. Go to the objective. Leave me alone. Is this the new no enemy spawn modifier? This is level 3 difficulty, which typically has more enemies than level 10 for this like mission archetype. Like my thing was, it'd be cool to have like a voteless surge where you're facing a ton of voteless, a few, and I mean a very minimal amount of flesh mobs, and maybe a few overseers. And maybe a harvester or two. Like, just do that. So that way I can sit there with a melee build that you never really use against most factions. And actually have fun with that. And go crazy. Because you can one-shot the flesh mobs. You can kill the voteless. I could use throwing knives on overseers. Honestly, maybe a new overseer unit that's like mostly melee-based would be better. The ones that can just run you down with the baton. But then again, it might just be worse than the baton guys already. What's the thumbnail? How do bile spears make you feel? That should answer your question. I thought I brought... Pretty sure you can break this. Might take 1,000 years. This is why you bring breaching hammer. Like the samples. I wanna. I'm anti-samples until the devs make them better to collect. I've asked the developers to give us missions that actually reward samples in like a fun way, and they haven't done it. They can go fly a kite. You want me to pick up samples 4 a piece at 10 different POIs on a mission? Actually, it's like 4 samples at like 15 to 16 POIs. Fly a kite. I ain't doing that garbage. Major order? They can pick more engaging major orders. I mean, truth be told, major orders, if they're not like super duper fun, I just don't care. Alright, so as we can see, this ain't doing nothing. I think that you can break these with the chainsaw. I'm just not sure how long it takes. Shut the downer. Oops. Then test for the next 10 minutes. I'm giving it 30 seconds. If this doesn't do anything, I'm off the scene, brother. We did it! That's not good. Wait a minute. Man, at what cost? At what cost? Maybe if I go variable, I'm laying down, it wouldn't work. Well. Excuse me. Wait. Save me, sir. I'm waiting for assistance. They'll be here momentarily. I have faith. Deciding to give this game another chance. It's like a toxic ex. You can't leave or something like that. You broke up. Bad connection or something. I mean, the game is fun when the game is fun. So play it when it's fun. Don't when it's not. Move on from there. Bisque, you saw me laying here. I needed your help. If you guys don't release me, I'm gonna start shooting on sight. Okay, aims up, got it. Just grenade? Oh, I got it, don't worry. My grenades aren't working. They're not exploding. What's happening? Oh, I use my secondary. It's not working. It's not working. Primary? It's not working, bro. It's not working. Drop a 380. Maybe I can drop the FRV and get inside of it. Pocket rocket? Of course. I'm shooting the pocket rocket. Nothing's happening. Release me, sir. Free me. My teammates won't save me, but maybe you can. Oh, really? What level's Bisque? 12. Alright, what does Bisque do here? Does he free me from this prison? Is my savior finally here? Bisque, please. I'm right down here. It didn't work. Plumber stuck? I did! I said release me, melee me, if that don't work, shoot me. Listen, I've done the things. I refuse to ask again. Type louder? That, you true! Charles thinks it too. I'm feeling pretty stuck. I'm actually feeling a little disrespected as well. should toss those mines on me, man. If you're looking for me, man. Oh, there's a chance. What are you doing? Being cryptic? I mean, I said melee me, that don't work, shoot me. That's not cryptic. Release me, I'm stuck. But even... Oh my god, I'm so close! Wait, I can... Oh! No! Hit my toe. Dude. Damn it. One more shot. Roll like right there. Break the shield generator? There's no shield generator. We ain't getting saved, boys. We ain't getting saved. That's fine. That was actually not as cool as I was expecting. There's not enough vote list for what I'm looking for. I want to be like overwhelmed, which is expecting a lot in level 3 difficulty. I need to have a whole voteless army on level 10 difficulty that matches level 10 difficulty. Right now, it doesn't do that. I think it used to. But honestly, even with mindless masses, they tend to spawn a bunch of meat bobs, and I don't really want to face those guys too much. Like, a few is whatever. Like, okay, fine. I want to get a bunch of voteless, though. Like, a voteless surge. Do that, it would be freaking sick. So COD zombies? Yeah. Kinda. Or like Devastator Surge. I mean, they could... I think it would be it'd be best to remove harvesters from a voteless surge as well. Like, just have a couple of meat bobs here and there, but focus heavily on just making it to where the voteless number is ridiculous. Like, it's just the majority of the thing you see by a very staggering amount. Like, do that, and we're chilling. Because on mindless masses, harvesters, they're not particularly fun to fight. It's kind of annoying, actually. It's basically, like, you know, like on bugs, you have Battle Titans. Okay. You have the ability to kill all the small bugs and get time to shoot the Battle Titan. Cool. With harvesters, you don't really have that same ability nearly as well. And you're getting ran down by voteless at a much more oppressive amount or number. If it's working the way it's supposed to work. So, like, on one hand, that can be, you know, challenging in a sense, but I think the solution here is just having a voteless surge. But also maybe experiment with mindless masses to make it feel different, I suppose. But at the same time, I do like the idea of facing more harvesters just with less voteless. So that way I could do things where I'm rocking a shield breaker, I can use variable, I can warp, headshot it. I can do some cool stuff like that, which isn't as ideal if I'm getting spammed by voteless and flesh mobs. How about this? Either you give me a bunch of voteless and harvesters, or give me a bunch of voteless and flesh mobs. Don't give me a mix of all three. A mix of all three, it gets to be sketchy. What if they gave us control over enemy spawns? I don't think they would do that. I feel like they would actually never do that. Also, Thack, thanks to 15, brother. Appreciate you. Give us a seed that is literally just constant waves of voteless. Replace every unit with voteless. I think that'd be a sick thing to try, just to try it out. I'm not sure why they wouldn't even give it a chance. Because I'm pretty sure that them changing constellations and enemy spawns is not a taxing thing to do. Like, they can do it willy-nilly. In fact, we see it happen very often where constellations and certain missions start spawning different enemy types. Happened very recently. It's never in the patch notes. So I believe that they can do that at the drop of a hat. If they can, it would be pretty cool just to test out for a weekend, maybe 2 weekends. I didn't mean to click this as my bad, but just test out and see how fun it is, how much engagement folks would have with like a whole ton of voteless. Their PC specs? I forget off the top of my head. I should list it somewhere though. Also, the max gun having a lower RPM mode that lets you walk while firing. No, just make it fire like it does and you can move while shooting it. You enjoying the slop boss? When you say slop boss, I think you mean like, I thought you meant like an actual new boss, and I was like, what? I think the patch overall is better than a few folks give it credit for, and it's worse than some glazed divers give it credit for. Not to use the G word here, but dude, some people, bro, they're so annoying. And I know, I am too, but it's like, these people aren't good for the game, since they'll only call it out when things are going really, really bad. It's like, okay, you fence sitter, congratulations, you can move your foot into the lawn away from your house. Sick. But then they'll sit there and they'll praise things that aren't particularly great. Like, I was happy with some changes because they were solutions to things that many folks didn't actually talk about. Now, other things I definitely did not like at all, like the charger change. I don't mind them charging, I don't mind them charging faster. That's whatever. I don't mind them having reduced turn speed. It's actually a good thing because for the host, it was ridiculous. But they only made those changes because of a stealth buff to chargers they never talked about, which is unacceptable. So I think there's more nuance to it. I believe that some folks that aren't happy with it are definitely being more negative than like maybe it's warranted. But I get why. Like, the game has been doing silly stuff for a long time, and they're still doing silly stuff. Like, not announcing all the durable changes or the armor pin changes for enemies. Come on, guys. You can't be talking about communication, wanting to explain and communicate better with the players, and then you do that. Like, that's stupid. Or again, the charger change. Like, you can't be doing all this stuff and still pull off stealth changes like that. Those are the things that I despise. But my problem though is that I hate this whole situation the game's in. Because here's what happens. If I'm negative, and maybe just not negative, maybe I'm critiquing the game, I attract the folks that are also negative, and sometimes they're not negative for good reasons. They're just doing it because it's popular. And I hate that shit. I hate when folks jump on bandwagons. They don't have anything meaningful to say. They don't actually bolster the conversation. They're just repeating the same nonsense that everyone else is. And it devolves because it's a game of telephone. So they end up saying stuff that doesn't make any sense, that no one is even saying, because it's just been diluted so many times based on the repetition from mindless drones, like the freaking seagulls from Finding Nemo. That's what happens with negativity and positivity. It gets to be ridiculous. So I don't want to make negative videos, which right now I'm not really inspired to make one in the first place, because I think the one thing I'm annoyed with could be a bug. I don't think it is, but I'm trying to wait to give the devs benefit of the doubt. Plus, in my case, man, negativity doesn't even it doesn't benefit me. People always make it seem like he'll make so much money. Look at this guy posting negative videos to pay his rent. Those videos do not cultivate a community I want to have in the first place. They don't attract folks that want to play the game and have fun in the game. Instead, it gives people reason to stop playing the game, which is horrible whenever I still make videos covering gameplay. That's where most of my money comes from, most of my views come from. I make gameplay-oriented videos, guides and stuff, tier lists and whatnot. So it's put me into such an annoying spot where I'll sit there and I've sabotaged my own progression as a content creator for the past 2 years, all to have the devs still be making a lot of the same mistakes. So it's like, what's the point? And I've attracted people that I don't typically want to engage with because they're overly negative. It's really, really whack, man. Really whack. And I've noticed on my second channel, I'm posting videos that do better than my main channel in some cases, which my second channel has 3,000 subscribers. Main channel, 224,000. 150,000 weren't from Helldivers 2, but we'll say around 100,000 that were from Helldivers 2. And the difference is crazy because main channel, I complain about stuff. Second channel, I kind of do, but I just post gameplay. So I'm kind of running an experiment to see the difference in how content does when I just don't complain as much, while still talking about the things that really rile me up. Like, I won't avoid that. I can't. If I could, I would have a long time ago. I realized early on that it was not a smart thing to critique Helldivers 2. The folks that sit there and glaze it beyond repair are the people that prosper the most. Simple as that. Because, contrary to popular belief, folks don't want to go online and watch someone complain about the things that they themselves want to actually enjoy. They'd rather see folks having fun, or see folks talking about new and interesting aspects of the game, rather than detrimental qualities or ways in which the devs are self-sabotaging. They would prefer that 1,000 times over. I just have a hard time ignoring the things that I enjoy degrading. So, just want to say that real quick. Did you make Overwatch content back then? I've made content for a couple of things. When my channel got 150,000 subs, it was mostly for Dauntless. 100k-ish, 112k came from Dauntless. Probably 20k came from Remnant 2. Maybe 10k from Overwatch. I made a few videos for that. And a few from Power World. Those are like the main games I've covered where I actually spent a little bit of time actually playing it and talking about it on the channel. Need more folks like you? What good is it? What we need are developers that can actually... you wouldn't even need me. You wouldn't need me at all. If developers could just understand what makes your game fun to play, focus on that, instead of this weird idea and perspective on difficulty to the point in which they'll focus on it and disregard how a game becomes less fun to play because they view annoyances as challenge. And that's a very common thing, which sometimes challenge is annoying, but it's also rewarding. We don't really have that combination in some cases. It's more so, this thing is annoying for no good reason. A good example are like even small things. The atmospheric spores for bugs. How it blocks off your map. You do a radar dish that should reveal everything. It reveals side objectives, but not bug nests, so you can't even full clear. Is that actually challenging? No, it's just annoyance. And you can't bring these things up because then folks will tell you skill issue and whatnot. Which the devs started that whole trend. I think it was going to happen regardless, but the devs themselves, when the game first came out, were saying to folks, it's a skill issue, get better. And I'm telling you, it's a whole rabbit hole. Anyway, I'm a Dauntless. Kind of the same thing that happened in Helldivers 2. The devs listen to folks that don't know what they're talking about, and they took their advice as if it was gospel, as if it was God. They went down an approach in which they wanted to add difficulty to the game instead of the things that made it fun to play. And so they focused on that for a very long time. I think over a year. realized it wasn't the move, then it was too late, and they started to pivot back to making things that were kind of fun to do, but they just didn't have the public's graces. They didn't have the grace period to do that. Like Helldivers 2 is lucky. They have such a massive buffer, like such a massive impression on so many players, because the game was fun to play on accident, so they can make all these mistakes, and they just have all these people that know how good the game can be because they've already experienced it, and so they're just waiting for the time in which it will be that good again. And to some people, it gets to the point where it's good enough. It's good enough to actually play. Other people, not so much. It just depends. But yeah, Dauntless did what a few games do, which is you listen to people that you shouldn't be listening to. The folks that talk about difficulty and challenge endlessly, but they have zero understanding of what it actually means to implement them in a way in which a player will actually have fun losing. They'll feel rewarded for winning. They'll enjoy the journey and not worry so much about just the end goal. And that's the issue. Is a lot of players that the devs listen to are just worried about how many folks are failing. Like, these guys are just like, they're spreadsheet warriors that no one should be taking seriously. They worry about what their teammates take in a game past what it actually impacts. Like for me, I want to do certain games where I don't want folks taking certain things, but I don't care that everyone's taking it, so to speak. Because another thing is I can just play solo. I can play solo. I can find people I need to do my own thing. Like, I have solutions to the problems that exist. Other folks want to ruin your fun. Endlessly, too. Like, I can get behind a couple of nerfs here and there. Like Napalm Barrage, I think low-key removing it and putting it to the point in which you only get it for doing certain things. Like, let's say the free stratagems that are acquired from whatever else. But honestly, I don't need it to happen. I just wouldn't be opposed to it. Other folks are sitting there wanting to nerf everything to the ground. I just don't get it. Is Doe crashing out because the devs are community? It's not a crash out. I'm just talking. Like, this is 100% not a crash out. I'm not sure how it started, but not a crash out. I'm not even really playing the game. I'm not even mad at the game either. I'm just talking. Today's a talking stream, kinda. But honestly, like, this game's interesting because there's a ton of things that folks can take that would potentially not be fun for you to mess around with and be in the same lobby as, depending on what you're trying to do. For instance, if I'm doing a melee build, I don't really want to have folks with backpacks that aim for them. Typically, I don't care. But if I'm doing melee stuff, they have a backpack that aims for them, I might die a lot because the backpack hits me. Like, it's so specific in that sense. For me particularly, that I don't really care that these things get nerfed or whatever. It's more so I want to find a way to where I can kind of make my own lobbies, which as a creator I could do that, but a better way in the game itself somehow, like restrictive loadouts, or like a special mission type kind of thing. Play Oblivion Remaster next stream? Probably not. I probably should play more stuff. The games I want to play on stream will be Phantom Blade Zero, Omi Numishiwa, whatever that game's, I mispronounced that like serious, but that game, Mortal Shell 2, Lords of the Fallen 2. For sure Mortal Shell 2. Lords of the Fallen 2, that might be a little too intense. We'll see though, because those games look really fun. I was going to play Rogue Core. I think I'm too noob in that game to realize what's going on. I might stream the new Dark Tide update on the 23rd, potentially. We'll see. I'm confused. Don't be. We're just talking about stuff. They have like a Black Op-ish mode at one point. They still have it, this is actually annoying as hell. So this whole commando operation stuff is tilting because you can get it on every planet. It can be on every operation, dang near. At least it could. See right here. And that's annoying because it cuts into your options for missions, and most folks don't do commando missions. Folks will say they do them, but very few people actually do them. Speaking of, Rogue Core got an update that improved a bunch of things in the game, which is why I played it myself, because when it first came out, a lot of people that put a bunch of hours in Rogue and Deep Rock Galactic were saying that Rogue Core had these fundamental problems. And so I was like, you know, I'm going to go ahead and wait, because I know whenever Dauntless had his new update that eventually killed the game, I was the one saying, this is garbage. Because I could see the issues. Like, I was I was an early on Dauntless player, and I could recognize the issues in the game like that. So I heeded the words of the folks that were in the same boat, but for a different game, Rogue Core. Boring to run around and blow up fabricators while ignoring enemies. That's one of those things that it's cool, kinda, one time to do like a full stealth mission. If you can pull it off and not get detected and you're taking out enemies, like that's cool, but it's... I think in Helldivers 2, detection is broken. Like, me and Background tried it, and I got snitched on through a mountain, basically, through a hill. And so it's like, brother, we're using stealth, we're using silencers, we're doing everything we can, and the game's cheating us. Dauntless stream win. I regret not playing more Dauntless and having more gameplay videos on, like, for instance, a second channel. I really wish I started OhDough Plays earlier to have more gameplay about stuff on it. And just not care about the views on videos, just post gameplay that I think is good enough or fun enough and call it a day. Like right now with like Helldivers 2, and even I played Fate Keeper, I played Mortal Shell 2 beta. I'll be doing more games as well when I play different things. But I wish I did that just to have a backlog, a collection. Because for Dauntless, the only gameplay videos I really have are killing Rezakiri and killing Koshai with every weapon. That's it. Aside from that, it's like these heavily edited videos where I'm showcasing cool moments of a hunt, but not the actual hunt itself. And I guess Pangar. So I have three different gameplay videos. Raven's Watch a new character. Raven's Watch a good game. I haven't wanted to play it much since a while, actually. Like, I play it here and there, but just not a whole lot. And definitely not enough to like want to make a video on it for some reason. Be the next game you played if the devs gave up. Nothing right now. If the devs gave up if the devs gave up in Helldivers 2 tonight, I would potentially go and work for my brother. No, I wouldn't like that. I would hate life if I did that. Maybe I'd try and do some cooking stuff. I'd keep posting gameplay for different games on my second channel. Maybe I'd continue making tier lists and things on my main channel for different games. I would probably try and peddle more pans, which I only get 10% on sales for those, which is more than nothing. It's weird because I couldn't do a cooking channel. I don't cook anything but eggs and goulash. I eat that every day. I don't play too many games. And the games I'm good about talking when I'm playing are the ones I'm really good at, or I spend a lot of time playing, like Helldivers 2, for instance. So I'm kind of limited in that sense. It takes me a while to actually get proficient at talking while playing a game to a point in which folks want to watch it. I'd be screwed. I'd be screwed, which is why I am very passionate for this game to be good. I want it deeply. Played Space Marine 2 anytime recently since it's gotten so many updates and extra content since release? No, because Space Marine 2, I don't think they fixed the problem where enemies are bullet sponges. And that is the most boring game design for a horde shooter ever. Like, imagine Helldivers 2, you're shooting a Bile Titan, it takes a recoilless rifle shot, one shots him, awesome. You go to a higher difficulty, now it takes 2 recoilless rifle shots. What the F? Now it takes 3 recoilless rifle shots. What the F? That's how I felt playing Space Marine 2, but the equivalent was I was shooting a regular Terminid guard guy with a multi-melta 8 times. Like, what? Lame as hell. they died of parry gun strikes, but then you're playing a cutscene. You're not playing a video game. You're playing a cutscene over and over and over and over again. Like, that's, if it's your cup of tea, fantastic. I would rather have water. It was also, yeah, Space Marine 2 was rolling on the floor simulator. Like, I'm not saying the game is horrible. Like, it's a very cool looking game for sure, and I enjoyed it a little bit when I played it. I just know that that game is nowhere near the standard that I would want in a horde shooter at all. Like, not even close. Just far from it, actually. The campaign, I liked it, and it was kind of interesting how the campaign made a bunch of stuff seem really good. Like, you had faster cooldowns for the jump pack and whatnot, and then you play the actual game, you're like, wait a minute, these cooldowns suck. But when the game first came out especially, I'm not sure if they buffed cooldowns for certain things. Exception and exceptions for perks and skill activations and exotic weapons. Also, execution and exceptions. What? How does Dauntless differ from Monster Hunter? That means you don't care to cover Monster Hunter. Dauntless is a lot faster paced, and it was focused more on arcadey action combat. You had far more lenient iframes, which I think that Monster Hunter is being more lenient now with like Monster Hunter Wilds per chance. But in Dauntless, you could do some like very action game oriented things. Monster Hunter, more refined in the sense of like being patient and whatnot. Like, if you're really good at the game, you're using long sword, charge blade, you can do some cool things. Dauntless, I believe, had a faster APM, which was really fun for me. Like, strikers, wicked. Sword, pretty good. Axe was slow, but Axe was fun because I sat there and I could power armor a ton of attacks. And I like the art style in Dauntless more somehow. I guess I like them both, just for different reasons. Did Dauntless have PvP stuff? No PvP. No. Nay. Not even a little bit, bruvs. So now there's 2 right now. I don't think... This update's not bad, but I think that Manus Manus is... It's not a thought. Manus Manus is bugged, so you don't get the spawns you want in, like, numbers. So that's kind of lame. And it sucks that it's broken. I'll just show you guys, alright? When I say these things, I don't think folks believe me. I will show you momentarily. What is this? J maybes. Decius. Okay. If we get less than 2,000 kills combined, the spawns are broken. Bugged? I hope it's bugged. If it's not bugged, there's no way it's intentional. It'd be weird. Okay, Witchfire does look cool. I tried it when it first came out, and I sucked at it. Napalm Barrage. Boo. I tried Witchfire when it first came out, and I sucked at it, so I returned it instantly, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait. Been court-martialed. I was leaving anyway. I was leaving anyway, bro. You guys saw. I was leaving anyway. I saw the court-martial. I could read the writing on the wall. I could tell you're weird. Unless your friends got kicked, in which case I get it. You've been kicked from the game. Like, what? What? Private your lobby, you dense. Who was it again? I'm not gonna say anything, but they're both console players. Not gonna. That doesn't mean anything, of course. I'm just kidding. It's funny when, like, I have someone in my Discord, they always bring it up when they get kicked or something happens and it's a console player. Like, of course they're a console player. It's like, dude, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's a very interesting trend how that does happen with console players a little bit more often than it does with PC players. I will say that right now. There's a trend that I've noticed as well. I wonder if it's because there's more console players than PC players, though. Ooh, not the cringe lobby. Hey, man. Give me a moment to make my loadout. I'm gonna go peak physique. Bracing hammer. Ballistic shield. We go Gatling Sentry, I guess. What do you guys got? Technically, I can kill gunships with throwing knives. Actually, no, I can't. I can't reach them. Top armors you use for bugs. Peak physique, concussive padding, medium. Siege ready. Extra padding, medic armor. There's the top ones. I bit my lip and it hurts like a bitch. Have you played Night Rain? I did. It's aight. I think if you like Elden Ring, you'll probably like Night Rain for just the gameplay loop, potentially. Or not the loop, but the combat. I didn't love Elden Ring. I didn't love Night Rain, so I don't love... Well, I didn't love Elden Ring, so I didn't love Night Rain that much. Okay. Just know that I didn't do anything wrong, so, like, keep that to him. There's no way you team kill him again. Okay. Well, interesting, I'll say that much. Holy fog, Batman. Wait. Absolutely smoked that guy. Billy, you can't do that, me Bob. That's illegal. Do the dog knives just one-shot those guys now? I'm confused. Like, if you headshot them, it does, but I wasn't headshotting those guys. Just kind of just do whatever. Smoking these feathers. Throwing knives are really cool. They just throw like you're a Girl Scout and you're not cracked on Thin Mint. So it just has me wondering why. Why can't I be freaking juiced on the Thin Mintes? Huh? Why? Let me just freaking... Let me just huck these things with the power of Odin. Like I'm tossing Mjolnir or something, I think is the name. Oh, you want to smoke with me, the midnight meat hunter? Oh, the top ropes! Oh. What? Oh my god, you're kidding me. Team! Team, I need help! Team! I need assistance. Am stuck. Man. I can't die either. If we break this building... Wait. You want to smoke with me, sir? Better back up. Like I can't see you. Like I can't hit you. S4. Shoot me through the crack. Right here. Please. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Cracking homies in the crack. Sheesh. I didn't mean to do that either. That was not intentional. This game just robbed me. Bro, what? This is got okay, I got my hammer back in 5 minutes. What? Bro. Kinda Kringles. Keep it a buck. After playing with thick clay and background, I had the distinct urge to kill this guy with my saber, even though they probably saved me. It wasn't on some like bloodthirsty thing, it was just more so out of fear for survival. I thought that maybe if I didn't kill them, they'd kill me. It's crazy how that works. See, it's way more voteless than you expect. Almost. Okay, stop moving. Missed. Come at volley total mode. I can still kill meat bobs. I can kill meat bobs. I can kill all kinds of stuff. What are the kill counts y'all think we're gonna get? Because I'm wagering in the low, like, 1500s total. I about died to that. AMA. I'm wagering super low, actually. Who's the host? Yep. Do car physics feel worse this patch? Potentially. A lot of the cars have changed in a lot of weird ways for the worse. For the worst. For instance, you used to be able to do some wacky stuff where you could drift really well, and that has been removed. If your tires are gone, you can't drift well. My shield though. Oh, I have it, we're good. Like, when your tires are gone, you can't even drive the vehicle sometimes. Before, you could do decently well. Like right here, I'd be drifting in the city, all fine. I'd be drifting on random sand biomes, like the desert biomes, all fine. If you have no tires, it takes a while to get started. This guy's good. He corrected that. Supply car. Like I said, I have no idea. I'm just saying that there's a non 0% chance that some weird stuff has gotten weirder. Rolled. Wait. 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 Got him. Waiting for my hammer. Who was the host? Everyone's name was... I about killed that guy. He walks like a voteless guy. Girl Scout throws. Girl Scout throws. Wait. Wait. Oh my god, I hate it so much. Dude. Absolutely cringe they have not buffed throwing knives. So they're trolling, brother. They have all these cool items you can use in the game and just make them feel like... They make a lot of them feel like trash. So it's like, I wonder why no one uses the cool items. Because they feel like trash, man. Throwing knives throw off center. They don't throw very fast. They don't throw very far. Those are pretty impactful things. All three of them. Full loadout. I'm running saber, ballistic shield, breaching hammer, Gatling and machine gun sentry with throwing knives and variable. Peak physique armor for variable to make it better. If I see a harvester, I can blow it up. If I see a harvester. They haven't posted up quite yet. They're kind of trembling in fear. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and do some stuff. Busting out the whip. I'm breaking this wall. I think I should be able to do that just fine. Plain. Sick build. This build, if they spawn a bunch of enemies solo, I'd actually love it. It'd be very, very fun. So I think I have to stay next to the host, otherwise I won't get many kills, because enemy spawns are weird like that. Also, someone broke it down pretty well, and it made a lot of sense, but they're talking about how in a 4-man, it's almost impossible to make the game as difficult as folks want it to be, because the only way to do that is to have more breaches, bot drops, or drop ships. Because when you're looking at difficulty in the sense of enemies at outposts, the number does not change. In fact, it goes down if you have too many teammates that are spread apart, since now the game has to decide on what to spawn where. I think that part. But regardless, one person trying to take an outpost is going to be far more difficult than 4 people because it's the same enemies at the outpost. It doesn't change. What changes typically is how many enemies spawn in a breach or a reinforcement of sorts. I'm not sure how much changes if you're talking about bug breaches and whatnot between 1 to 4-man. In terms of like timing and whatnot. But basically, difficulty is just scaled based on reinforcements. And what we're noticing right now is a lot of reinforcements don't give you the enemies you need to see. Like you'll see like 5 Volus from a single dropship. You'll see 1 scout shaft from a single dropship. Well, that'll happen. Unfortunate. Back, I say, back. That better not go for me. I'm handling my ones. Better back up. Lasers will go for divers the second there's no one else to shoot at. I swear to God, it's by design. Swear to gosh. My teammates will probably take my whip. It's fine. Do it. Knew it. This game has a lot of nuances. I agree. Jesus Christ. Yeah, whatever. It does. And a lot of folks that don't understand even a handful of those nuances love to talk about balance. I was gonna shoot dead. I want all the smoke. Yes, I do. Wait. Wait, he's moving weird. Wait. Back, I say. Those guys get one shot anywhere. Seems like at least. Put my hands up, waving up. I'm not sure the song, but that guy was singing it. Okay, that's stupid. Fix that ASAP. You can't swing if you're getting swung on. Like, I'm swinging, but it won't do any damage if they attack me first. Oh my god. We can kiss. Will you die? What the heck are they feeding you? Wait, why am I doing no damage? What the heck? Kneecapping. Ooh. He's swinging, he's swinging. Gotta find the window. Gotta find the winder. That guy's also weak. Can't hear me. The only noise I make. Oh my god, he's cheating! I'm out. Did that land or did he block the shot entirely? Break action shotgun. I think that thing should still be heavy pin just for lols. Imagine break action shotgun being heavy pin on day 1 of the game's release, and you just find it out. You find it out in the wilderness, and all of a sudden you have a heavy pin shotgun just having a blast. That'd been pretty cool to stay in. I'm running for my life. Later, scrub. Why is my vision deleted? I want to see the game. Arrowhead, please, while throwing knives. My life is yours. Psych, just kidding. You have way more to do, but still. Do that. Cheeto mode? Yeah, it feels like I have experimental stims open and I didn't even do nothing. Watch folks say y'all killing the game over a heavy pin 2 shotgun, a heavy pin 2 over under shotgun. Yeah, that's how it goes. This is the new terminal console too, by the way. Red's good for the eyes. I want blue. Whatever looks better to look at, I want that. Holy freaking airball. He's going in for that freaking slam dunk. He's alive. If he turned, he actually killed me, I think. Those guys do a lot of damage. They're swinging and banging. I need some ammunition. I know just where to get it. Boink. Melee only? Not really, because harvesters. Trying to melee harvesters sucks. You can do it, I just refuse to. I would do melee only, especially solo, if the game spawned a lot of voteless. It doesn't. Like right now, we don't see much happening. The host is dying, but like... There's like nothing, there's no patrols right now really, there's nothing going on. We'll see what he's dealing with in a second. Holding judgment. Not that much. I can't kill him with that, I don't think. I'm not sure how many bullets it takes. I assume it's like 30 bullets to kill that guy. I don't want to be in your vehicle. If you could scope in, I maybe hit that shot. Does this hurt to shoot, actually? Oh my god, it does. Good driving, Tex. Yoink. Ooh, I think the two thick boys lived. Or what does he have, actually? How'd you live? I live because I'm on a lot of calories. Like 6K. You living, I don't understand. It's not fair. They can't hurt you now, he's a crawler. Don't shoot the disabled, sir. Rude. Okay, we're all holding hands. That's a few fellers. I'm going in! But where'd he even land? See, like, where are the dudes? This is a 4-man, bro. I just held right click like a dent with a freaking breaching hammer. I thought I had my ballistic shield out. Damn, you just got Saquon say killed. Trying to give the deets on the bunker. The guy didn't get you. I out-ored him. Can't kill me. They call me Dora, the Explorer. Mark, we hunt. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, D10 minus masses did not spawn enough voteless or enough enemies to really make it that engaging. Which sucks because the new major order are on minus masses missions when they don't even work. So like I want to sit here and have a blast doing it, but I kind of can't when there's nothing to do. I was potentially better off on the ship just talking to you guys. Like this is probably more fun to watch, but on the ship I can just like sit there and talk. Yeah, the mileage are not massive. Perfect. Is it a perfect? That's like 5 guys. That's like maybe 10 guys. Was that not a dropship? Am I crazy? 5 guys? I need to go to 5 guys. I haven't been. I was actually at the gym recently, and one of the workers there, she was talking about 5 guys and how they're kind of godlike. Like she said, like when everyone mentions 5 guys, they mention it's pricey. It's like, I get it. I want to go and see if they're worth the price, though. There's more dudes not in the dropship. What the hell? It's too pricey. It depends, because I don't go to 5 guys. I don't get fast food in general super often. So pricey, it would be pricey if you're going all the time. It's kind of like shoes in a sense. And I always bring up shoes recently. I'm not sure why. Like shoes are expensive if you're buying multiple a year. Yearly. But if you spent like $200 on a pair of shoes and used them for 5 years, that's not expensive. It's an investment. Now 5 guys is different. It's food. So I guess you're right. It is pricey. There's no wording my way out of that. There's no mind games I can play to actually make that make sense. Damn it. Point being, I want to go to 5 guys and see what they got. Whataburger's better than Five Guys. I do like Whataburger. I haven't been in a while though. I've been trying to lose weight. I think I'm gonna go ahead and reverse diet back up to maintenance because my lifts are suffering a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, energy is kind of there, I guess, but even then, energy is kind of not sometimes. Like, before the stream, I just felt like I wanted to go to sleep, but I knew I couldn't go to sleep right now. So, the worker at my gym mentioned how the fries are really, really good. That was the one thing she talked about a lot. She also likes In-N-Out fries. And I don't think they're bad, but I don't think they're very good. Or they're not, like, up there in, like, good fries, so to speak. We're still in the era of talking about Helldivers 2 is more interesting than playing it. That does happen. It just depends on what's going on. Like, if I'm playing with background, clay, thick, like, that's actually pretty fun. If I'm playing by myself, I have to know what I'm doing in the first place. And earlier I was talking about how there's so many weird things I need to factor in to figure out if it's even worth doing a mission sometimes. Yeah, the mission constellation, the enemies it spawns, the time of day to make it so you can actually see what's happening, the mission modifiers to an extent, they matter a little bit. Like, where are the dudes? 20-minute mission, sure. If it went twice as long, that's still barely 2,000 kills. I used to get 2,000 kills on Illuminate, or close to that, on a regular mission. On a regular mission. Solo. Like, this is what I'm talking about with the whole spawns being whack. We have 69 and 67. That's crazy. That is lame. Also, melee kills 0. My immersion is dwindled. Have you watched when I hailed Helldivers 2 video yet? Pretty good summary of the Crydivers perspective. Nah. I do not partake in those kinds of videos because I do not care. Like in Helldivers 2, I basically say what I think, and I kind of call it there when it comes to like perspective on the game. Especially if the video is a critique video. I tend to just stay in my own lane. I make my own things, and I just go from there. Only fast food places near me is Burger King and McDonald's. That sucks. But then again, it's not bad because if those are your best options, they're not very good options, and now you're more inclined to not get fast food. Win-win. OhDough is the alpha Crydiver, he needs no video. I wouldn't even say it's that. It's more so, I believe that a lot of people maybe have the same views in a sense where like they want the game to be better, but the way they go about it is completely different. And I do believe that some of the things that I want for the game are better for it than what other folks want. You know? So it's like, why would I want to listen to someone else say things that I disagree with entirely? Even though we both want the game to be better, like I just think it's a waste of my time. I would rather just work on videos of like tier lists or whatever, guides, those kinds of things, because all my critique videos are out of passion and they're spur of the moment type things. Like basically every critique video I've made for this game was something that happened not because I planned it. It's more, this has gotten to a point where I can't stand it, I'm going to talk about it, which is why they're sometimes a little incoherent, unfortunately. And I think I've scrapped way more videos that were critique or negative, if you will, complaining, than I've ever made about this game. Because at the end of the day, a lot of it does boil down to many of the same things being done over and over again. Bought an air fryer oven. I just bought a new induction single burner that actually goes in degrees and not just 1 through 10 heat, so I can be a bit more controlling with my temperature when I'm cooking eggs, and I kind of like it. I still haven't found the sweet spot, but I'm getting there. I think yesterday I was at 270. for heat when making scrambled eggs. I'm gonna try 260 or 265 today. Making vids on impulse then? Yeah, making vids on emotion, essentially. Making vids based on how I'm feeling at that moment. When it gets to a certain point. It's not so much like, oh, this happened today, I'm gonna go and talk about this. Now, it was about to be, I was not gonna lie. Like, for instance, I'll show you. All the things I'm talking about, I can just show you relatively quickly. So it's not just like me saying things and y'all going like, oh no, there he goes again, the crazy old man. So example, this used to never give bile spewers and nourishing spewers. I'm like, not for the longest time. You would basically never get nourishing or bile spewers on this mission or this mission. Now, you do. And I don't like that because I think for the past year and some change, I've said that those enemies are whack. They're not very fun. They're also easier to play against, so they just make the game boring. And I also had a time where hunters were spawning a lot on Raise the Flag that then got replaced with bile spewers. So I already have an example where I hated it and it just happened anyway. Now it's no guarantee you get bile spewers, but I think the chances aren't low. Make those videos because you remembered you could farm super credits. Oh, no, I forgot, that's why. Cooking eggs in the oven? I might try it. I feel like when you do that, it turns out weird. Like, cooking eggs is so dependent on the temperature you use. Because, for example, using eggs in, let's say... Okay, this is not a spear seed. This is going to be... I'm thinking Hive Guard or Alpha Commander Spam. If it's Wilburs, it can't be Pouncers. It's going to be either Hive Guard or Alpha Commander Spam, or Heavy Spam. I'm thick. We go again. I shall prove my point, because earlier I couldn't avoid bile spewers and nursing spewers, so I know they exist. Have to add water to make the fluffiest scrambled eggs. At the start, if you're doing butter and water, wouldn't that just get oil? Wouldn't that just get a bunch of splatter everywhere? Soda water. Soda water. Sparkling water, fizzy water? What have hunters been calling in bug breaches? No, they have for like I think hunters have always done that. In fact, hunters, holy epilepsy. Is it me or has this planet gotten more violent with that kind of stuff? Alright, game. You're trolling me. You'll give me spewer seeds on cooldown when I don't want it, but not when I do want it. Cringe. No, hunters, they breach the fastest out of all enemies. You know what? Screw this. I have recordings. I have recordings. Screw this. Bile spewers are wildly boring. Bile spewer spam, retrieve data. Okay, boom. This mission, retrieve data. Used to never have spewers for the longest time. That is a lot more than 0 spewers. Super fun stuff. Then we have oil extraction. Guess what? We used to never have bile spewers. Now we have bile spewers. Then we have evacuate mission. Used to never have bile spewers. Now we have spewers of all variations. Geo survey. Again. Spewers. What have I not shown you guys yet? Bile spewers have always been on Raise the Flag potentially, but they're still there. Smile. Raise a flag, bug spores, grand rants, impaler one-shots vehicles, nursing spears on GeoSurvey. Nursing spears also on GeoSurvey. So these weren't a thing before, and it's interesting because I told the devs, hey, you shouldn't do this very thing, just as a fair warning. I was telling them there are certain missions that folks do right now, which, my bad, guys. I think I gave them the information to essentially assassinate the missions, but I did it not so they would remove it, more so they recognize that people are avoiding missions because they have certain enemies if they're aware. And now we can't avoid it. So it could be a bug. I think the timing's a little interesting and peculiar because I say those things and all of a sudden now they're on every mission. Now there is a new thing I like a lot, which is there's like a hive guard spam, which you can get a bunch of heavies too. And if I'm using double freedom, pocket rocket, that's actually pretty fun. So there's an upside to it. The downside is that now you have a much harder time actually making a loadout for missions on the bugs, particularly since there are basically every constellation being possible on virtually every mission. Even on spore burst bugs. I hadn't tested it, but folks are saying that you can get bile spewers against the spore burst bugs, which wasn't a thing before. That is stupid. If it's not a bug, it's really stupid. Now, if this isn't a bug, I believe it's very spiteful of the devs to do this kind of stuff, and it makes whoever's doing it and in charge a weirdo that should definitely have their work reviewed because they make bad decisions in this regard. When it comes to balance, they're not to be trusted. These are the fellows that close their eyes and turn off the monitor for 2 instances of a failsafe to avoid making, remotely intelligent changes. If it's not a bug. If it's a bug, sorry, man, my bad. I just don't really trust the devs, unfortunately, because they do a bunch of weird stuff, a bunch of shady stuff that is very much so egotistical and spiteful towards players. And I was gonna make a video, getting a little heated about this because I spent like 1.5 years saying not to do this very thing, and it happened. So if it's not a bug, like I'm saying, I'd be very tilted. Rogue dev theory? Nah, it's just incompetent devs in some cases, like for balance. Which sucks since the devs, there's a lot of devs that are very talented doing amazing things, like making the game look great, making cool enemies that are visually spectacular, and then you have the folks behind balance that just don't know what they're doing because they can, as far as I can tell, simply change values on enemies to make their weak spots mean something. In some cases, like for War Striders, for instance, I'm pretty sure they could have always done that and they just didn't. So just changing a number value would have solved the issue, and they just refused to for months. That's crazy. I don't see any spewers. I don't feel like... I'll queue in like 2 more missions, and then I'll give it a rest. No, it was Alexis? I don't think it was Alexis. I think it's more than one guy. I bet money there's at least one dev who's generally pissed with this side of the player base. Yeah, I think it's an ego thing, man. I think that some devs get really upset when players can make the games that they're creating seem very easy. It's like they're mad that there's like a difference in skill level, I guess. Should they show what enemies you're facing? For bugs, I think so. They should like give you an idea, because the game already knows. I'm fairly certain. It's like, hey man, this is gonna be a hive guard spam seed. Cool, I know that hive guards are a thing, and I can build around that. Hey, it's gonna be a bile spewer seed. It should definitely show you it's gonna be a bile spewer seed. The fact that it doesn't is kind of crazy. Why is it already weak? Where are the spore burst bugs? Okay, no, the fact that this is happening right here, I can 100% say with certainty that this is weird. Like, there are way more... There's like no bugs. This is gonna be Hive Guard spam. Yeah, see, look. Got like 8 Hive Guard for that little bug breach alone. And very few of the other guys. Alright, I think that alone shows me that they definitely changed the spawns. I believe for that, but folks were saying that you can get Bile Spewers, Nursing Spewers on Spore Burst, which is weird. That was not the case before. My thing is, it's weird because, like, how do you break something to the point in which now, out of nowhere, every single constellation is just allowing every single enemy type to spawn? That hasn't been broken ever. Like, I have a hard time believing it's a bug. Getting the same type of seed every mission? No. I mean, those two kind of, yeah. It was Hive Guard, Hive Guard. It can happen. You can get Pouncer on every mission too. They say in constellation sets per planet? Not necessarily. It's more so mission type. It usually, before, the way it worked was, it was certain missions, which it works that way now too, potentially, but certain missions give you a higher chance of spawning certain enemies, and then you have the different sub-factions that have their own set constellations to an extent. Now it just seems like you can get whatever you, like anything on anything. Aside from you can't really get sub-faction stuff on missions or on regular things. Those still go where they're labeled. And constellations are never public-facing, which is fine. It's just that now constellations are weird. Upside is ICBM for bots seems to be pretty cool. That can actually give you tanks now a lot, like tanks and berserkers. Before, I think it was a lot of War Striders and stuff. Before it was War Striders and berserkers, so there's that. ICBM for bugs, and I believe also retrieve data have a decent chance of giving Pouncer seeds, I think. Could be wrong. And oil extraction has a decent chance for Hive Guard spam, which is actually really fun if you're using Double Freedom and Missile Pistol with Supply Pack and Incendiary Grenades. I'll be doing a video on that eventually. Like, that's actually pretty fun. And I can make builds for the different things I face. It's not a big deal. It's just I don't know what I'm facing. So what I have to do all the time, I do this, bro. Look at a mission. Okay, cool. It's in the daytime. Awesome. I want to do daytime mission. Check what they have. Perch hatcheries. So right here, you see all this weird indentation stuff on the map itself? That's trash. If you go into this mission, you're going to have all this yuck stuff in the air. It's going to be like just piss everywhere. Like yellow mist everywhere. It'll look terrible. So I don't want to do that. Then I check out this map. Not as bad. I can handle that. So I'd go in here and I'd legit go into the mission. Pistol, I call it the pocket rocket. You think of people who don't like transmog? I don't know why. I think it's just like them being like, people have different opinions and some folks have wrong ones. Being against transmog, there's no like actual excuse for it at all. Because the one that everyone hides behind is like, oh, transmog, if we add that, I won't know what my teammates are wearing armor-wise. It doesn't change anything if you do know at all. It changes literally nothing. It changes nothing. In fact, the devs could even just show you what perks they have equipped. They have all this space. They could even, when you click this menu, it could go up a little bit and show you what perks they have for their armor. So that also doesn't matter at all. No, some folks do pay attention, but the thing is, those people, unfortunately, they don't matter. Like, they don't matter in that instance of what they want, because what they want goes against the improvement of so many other people's experiences that, unfortunately, they get tossed to the wayside. Because why would you cater towards the 0.05% of players that actually care and use that system the way it is currently designed? Like, you don't let that small sub-faction of player base hold back the majority from experiencing a better game. Okay, if I was doing a video, I would make my loadout, pick all my stratagems, have it all set and ready to go. I would load into a mission, just like so. I'd be chilling, like getting hyped up, like, okay, chilling. And right before I land, that's when I have to lock in and start saying stuff. Like, hey, we're using this today, guys. Like, not right now, but right now. Well, howdy. And then boom. Loadout's all selected. We're chilling. We get a mission that has nursing spewers. Ah, man, my loadout's not built for nursing spewers. Reset, do it all again. It sucks. It freaking sucks doing that over and over and over again. And the main problem is bugs. On Illuminate, on bots, not a big deal. Because a lot of things I can take can handle War Striders. I don't love them. But like, I could make it work if I wanted to. For bugs, you can still make it work, kind of. It'd be so much less fun. Never gonna change? Some things have changed, though. Launch Shredder is the 110 rocket pod. It's a lot better. It actually kills things. I like it for the bugs. I don't care for it much on the bots. Like, I think on bots, you get so many more heavies that you're not really that well off taking that item. Like, maybe for tanks, it could potentially do well. Flesh mob clipping again. I saw one clip earlier, and I was very confused. I was like, what's going on here? I think the plan, by the way, either if like Clay, Thick, or Background wanted to do some stuff on stream sometime, I'll definitely be doing that. But I think next stream, if that doesn't happen, I plan on either doing something in Helldivers 2 for, let's say, a new major order happens, a surge happens. Doubt it, but if it does, and it's fun, I'll do that on stream. But ideally, I want to do a freaking updated buffing most stratagems video. And a stream as well. Because those are fun to do in the past. They'd be fun to do again. Where like I make my own ideas, start the stream, and then we can like go over all the list of the items and then change things accordingly.
If you've seen, and I won't say it, but if the leaks I've seen of the new armor passive are real, then it sucks.
No, I've
I am
seen
not
it.
surprised though, since almost every armor in this game is very meh and I just use extra padding.
Sleek, thanks for the money, brother. Yeah, I've seen the leaks. If it's true, I mean, I don't really care, dude. At this point in time, I think that armor is going to get to... Like, armor's already been the devs picking transmogs for us. For instance, the moment we got Epolates, whatever it's called, this armor, right here, the moment this came out, I knew the devs were out of ideas. Because all this is every other... It's a perk from every other armor. Increased reload speed. Siege ready. Gives wearer a chance to avoid grievous injury. That is whatever this is. Fortified, I think. Not fortified. What is Democracy Protects? I think it exists somewhere else. Where's it at? No. Am I wrong on that? Point is, okay, you get 50% limb health. Okay, that might be a new one. I forget. But point is, two of these are things from other armors because the increased melee damage is also from a different armor. Speaking of, oh, you get 40% melee damage. They should still remove that shit. TBH. Like, I think that shouldn't be a perk for armor. It's kind of lame. Yeah, these are just half, 2/3 are from other armors that already exist, and it's lame. New revolver has 275 recoil. Jesus Christ. They're gonna... Oh. Bro. Give me transmog so I can, I guess, rock this. No, what is it? Whatever reduces recoil. This one. Love videos, keep it up, Doughboy. Twinkie Toes McGee, thanks for the 2. And Meyer, thanks for the 2 as well. It's just extra padding? What you mean? Chance to resist... No, it says chance to avoid grievous limb injuries. Like if your leg breaks or whatever. Now granted, when they released this armor, I think around that time or before that time, they made it so you got injured easier, which is some bullshit. Like they were like, hey, we're making a new war bond. Let's go ahead and make it so players get wounded or easier. It's like, dude, come on. Engineering kit's peak? I would like it if I could transmog. If I could transmog, I could get behind doing reduced recoil with peak physique ergonomics, for instance, which I don't even think ergonomics should exist as a thing necessarily. But if it's going to exist, I could combine both of those and actually make the maxi gun even better. That'd be sick. A vid on better weapon class identities? I could do one for primaries eventually. We'll see. Right now, I'm working on I think I'm going to do a tier list for EXO experts because the devs have kind of recouped some of my lost trust in the sense of like, we get to work towards a vehicle in the major order. I like that. And they made mechs and whatnot heavy armor, which is kind of a cool thing. Didn't expect it to happen. So I'm making one of those, and I'm pretty sure it'll be sponsored. So hopefully I get paid for that. So I need to work on that. But yeah, I'd like to. I could probably do the streams. The streams they wouldn't be a big deal. The video would take longer because what I end up doing is I'll record the stream. I'll do a stream for buffing support weapons, buffing primaries, and then I end up re-recording for the actual video because I don't like the way it turned out on stream. Like I could do better, basically. It's quite annoying. It's very taxing, and I might not do it this time. I might just lock in and just do a very good job on stream and accept the way it turns out. We'll see. Also, if I want to put gameplay for every single weapon, like showing the weapon being used in the background, then that's going to take 1,000 years to make those videos as well. Like there's, what, 40 primaries or something like that? There's tons of support weapons, tons of stratagems. Dude. That's why making tier lists is a nightmare. It just takes so long. Like folks will ask me like, hey, Doe, when's the new tier list for primaries? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Takes forever. Because if I'm trying to show off like good gameplay especially, like that takes ages to get it and then to record it, to find out where it is. Like it's a whole process.
Also I forgot, please go test this real quick. It'd be so ergonomics equals less sway after sprinting and same for the other way around.
My eyes. They hurt. Go test real quick, it'd be so funny. Lower ergonomics equals less sway after sprinting, same for other way around. No way. I've been wondering because like, when did that change, you think? I've been thinking that the diligence feels weird and I couldn't quite figure out why it felt weird. And diligence has very good ergonomics. So is that like a recent change? Tier list win? I don't know. Eventually. How do you even test that? No, but like when did this change? Because what I'm saying is that diligence felt really weird after the recent patch, and I'm not sure if what Sleek's talking about changed in the recent patch. Because if it did, then I'm gonna be a little tilted. Because I hate that kind of stuff. I hate them making aim worse. I don't think it's new at all. Oh, then. Oh well. If it was new, I'd be tilted. If it's not new, I don't really care that much. Like my main worry is primarily on things getting worse in secret. Versus like if stuff sucked and it's always sucked, that's obviously not ideal. But if it's always been that way, I'm not gonna be like, you know, as annoyed, if you will. Yeah, I'm keeping it a buck. I don't care enough to test that. Because it doesn't change the way I use the weapons if it's not new. Try the Judy with the diligence and the diligence. It's just so dumb. I agree. That is like a trade-off for everything. I will say this. I despise how the devs have essentially turned their player base into people that will monkey paw the game for them. Like, you will have so many folks, even the people that are very much against the way the devs run the game, and when they're suggesting changes, they always have to have a negative detriment included in the benefits that they're suggesting. Well, we can make this worse, but we can make this better, but we have to make this thing worse. It's like, no, we don't have to do any of that stuff. Like, stop thinking like that for no good reason. Like, people do it for the devs now. Been gaslit? Not me. Not me in most cases. Like, I think there's instances in where it can make sense to talk about, like, if we make this better, we have to make it worse a little bit. Like, that can exist still, sure. But folks will do it for the most benign things, and I'm just sitting there going like, shut up. Like, stop trying to stop trying to make stuff worse. Whatever. The devs won't listen? No, it's not even that. But maybe it is, actually. It's just silly. You said... Okay, I chose Rogan out of freaking habit. You said HMG. Imagine if we got good item and it was just good. Trial Section 5. That's what the incinerator... The cremator feels like that. The cremator is actually just a good item. I feel as though that's one of the better things to have released in the game in a very long time, where I don't really have complaints. The ammo seems fair, the damage is good, range is good. Like, I legit can't think of complaints with the cremator. You're saying to sprint. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Oh, I see. I see. No, it is. I see it now. Look at the circle and how much it moves from the center. Like, look at the gray circle, the big one, and how much it moves compared to the small circle. Especially like when you first go to amen. Yeah, my thing is, I feel as though I have worse ergonomics like after sprinting and going for a shot like that. I swear to you, I have worse ergonomics after the recent patch doing this than I used to. Like that shit right there. I don't think it used to do that. Like, I'd sprint for a little bit. Now it lifts up like crazy. I feel like that there's no way it's always been like that, because I've used diligence for so long. And all of a sudden it feels worse than ever. That's just me. Like, I'm telling you, after the recent patch, I noticed that it just felt worse to aim, as if the ergonomics were weird. And that's my issue. It takes longer to actually steady up. Watch some old footage. I mean, I can compare old stuff. I think I have a ton of diligence footage. One thing I also noticed is from Maxigun, when you're trying to aim too much left and right, it'll like sit there and just ride to the sky for no reason. It's not doing it, but I have a clip where it just legitimately goes to the sky and I'm not doing anything. I can't replicate it, but it happens. Occasionally. Happened twice during a game on bots, and I was weirded out. I'm glad I found your channel before my glazed diver friend tried indoctrinating me into hating you for no reason. Dude, the people, I'm telling you, some of the saddest people are the folks who are like, oh, OhDough is like XYZ. Like, I complain a lot. I get it. I'm not that bad, though. Nah, I'm not that bad. It could be a lot at times, but in general, I think I definitely do more good for the game than bad by a fair margin. In fact, people are so weird nowadays, I can bring up a change, I can show them to their face what actually changed, and they'll tell me, that didn't happen, you're a grifter, you're rage baiting, you're lying, and you're trying to deceive the community. This is in reference to the recent charger change. That was a stealth change. The devs basically admitted it. I showed them the difference, and at first they're making excuses such as, oh, it's spear gun. Spear gun staggered it and made it look different. Then I use railgun one-to-one comparison, and they're just also, you know, not trying to actually give me credit where credit's due. So I'm to the point where people will ignore their own eyeballs because I am the person showing and saying information that's true. Weird. I'm sure that friend's favorite YouTuber rhymes with Bombasar by. Swell guy. Very swell guy. How many mission hours do you have? Not as many. I have way more hours in the game than I do in mission. I have 1,178 mission time, but I have like 3,000 hours in the game. Because I spend more time making videos than playing the game. Ain't that crazy? Plus, I spend a lot of time with the game open, so I can do stuff. I'll do stuff in Premiere Pro. I'll tab back into the game, do more stuff in the game. So it's honestly a lot of time doing this kind of stuff. Like I'll just be like sitting in either a mission or sitting at. Actually, no, I'll be sitting in the dropship like this, I guess. That's kind of crazy now that I think about it. You know, one of their subs have an OhDough as a terrorist flare. I think that's really weird. And that's more of a problem with like the degradation of the meaning of words. Because I'll say glazed diver, which it doesn't mean anything worse than teacher's pet, than like unpaid PR team, than silly goose, like stupid, cornball. Like it can mean all those words in a sense. More so along the lines of like teacher's pet and whatnot. But if folks call me a terrorist, that's like that's a step. It's a few steps above where I'm at, you know? Like that starts to get pretty weird pretty fast. Just that Reddit? It's not just Reddit. Reddit is simply a forum of exchange, just a place to discourse, a place to actually exchange information. Places to exchange information exist across multiple different facets. You got Discord, you have Reddit, you have Facebook, you have so many other places where you can send information. Those places can be just as dastardly, if you will. Reddit is not just like this foreign thing that's its own entity of evil. There are weird people in far more places than you would like to admit, than you'd like to imagine. Yeah, dude, the main Discord, brother, the main Discord, it cracks me up. I stopped looking at it though, for the most part. Like I used to go in there and search my name just to see what stupid stuff what stupid things folks were saying, and I realized it's a waste of my time because there's always going to be someone stupid saying stupid things about me. It was an everyday. I didn't do it every day, but every day there was folks saying crazy things about me, and so I realized there's no possible way I could even begin to quell the ignorance that exists in that location. So I'm better off not even trying. Like I'll occasionally say stuff in that Discord, but I'm to the point where I don't really argue. If someone says things that are silly that I'm in the chat and to see it like essentially live, I might respond and then I leave it there. Because you're basically talking to children or folks that have the mental development of a child. And you're not really, it's not a good use of your time. It's kind of like arguing on the internet is like a waste of your time. Almost always. The more folks that like you, the more that hate you. Well, my thing is, the folks that like me tend to stop playing Helldivers 2. The game that I still make content for because I don't have anything else I want to play right now. So I'm pretty much left with a bunch of folks that don't like me. And they're just telling other people that are new to not like me as well for reasons they can't even begin to articulate because they're not particularly savvy in the intellect department. And so it kind of sucks. The TikTok was my initial entrance into glazed divers, brother. I got you. I got you, brother. I think. Do I? I have so many screenshots of dumb comments. Maybe I can't find them, but I have so many. Again, I used to read comments on my own posts, and I just got annoyed with how dumb people were. One moment. I'll find them. Lickety split. Lickety split, you're... Oh. You know what a funny comment I just like? This is actually a YouTube comment. One tap Devastators with that pistol. Thank God you don't influence balance. The pistol he's talking about is the Halo pistol. Guys, do you know how broken it would be? Do you know how broken the game would be if you could one-shot Devastators with the SOCOM pistol? Oh, what's that? You can do that and no one uses it? What? Are you serious? No way. That's on YouTube. I've been debating on doing a video talking about just dumb comments. Like, I'm not sure what to title it though. Like, Helldivers 2 cope is otherworldly. Helldivers 2 players just can't stop coping. I'm not sure. But, like, it's been going on for 2 years. And it's a lot of the same stuff. The TikTok ones in particular... One of them cracked me up because this was back whenever charger behemoths were the exact same as regular chargers, and I showed people in a video 2 years ago, and they called me a liar. It's like, how am I a liar for showing you exactly what I'm talking about to your eyeballs? But this is why I've been so annoyed, is because I've been dealing with it for the past 2 years. It's not like a new phenomenon. It has been a recurring conundrum that I despise with a passion. I can't find it. I lied. Where'd I put them? Make a tier list of the dumbest comments you've ever read. Holy smokes, you're a genius. That's good. Ranking the dumbest comments I've ever read about Helldivers 2. Sheesh, that's good. I gotta write that down. Vid ideas. Would it be like the best and worst? Ranking the best and worst. Helldivers 2 comments I've read. Next video confirmed? Maybe not next video, depends. Like I was saying, I think I have a sponsor lined up for a Exo Experts Warbond review or tier list, which I know it's an old thing, but I'm doing it because the devs have kind of made amends in a sense over that debacle. Kind of. Like, it won't be good enough for some folks, I get it. But I'm happier. Off the Discord and Reddit? It depends. I was going to do like a thing over... There's a certain comment thread about me recently-ish that I was going to make a video about because in that comment thread, folks were lying about me. Talking about how, yeah, Doe did all these things. He misrepresented information, which I didn't even do. So they're lying about me misrepresenting information as they're lying... as they're misrepresenting my words in the span of like an hour. But I realized it was like super narrow and not very interesting for most folks, so I didn't do it. Favorite the folks that comment actual hatred for people that play bugs during a bot or limited major order. Dude, those people are fucking losers. Like, I have so much disdain for people that act like that. Like, who cares, man? Those typically, not always, but typically are the people that would like talk about how the game's getting so tribalistic. Why can't players get along? As they're the ones trash talking people who are playing against bugs and bots, like to their faces or something like that. Like in the Discord, just always talking about it. Like, who cares, bro? Avoid mentioning the subreddit in videos. They're not worth your breath. I mean, I'll show comments, but if I show comments, I can't show usernames. I'll get in trouble. I think that other folks can do it. I cannot. It'll be seen as doxing for showing a public message in a public forum on a public YouTube video that's just their username and a screenshot of like their message. That's doxing, guys. So I'll have to find a way to do that. It's not hard, but I like to include an icon and a name, so I might just write a name for them. I might just, if I do Glaze Diver 1 through like 1,000, that might get, folks might not like that. Folks may dislike that a lot. Public info doxing? Yeah. The reason why I got banned in the Discord initially is I was doxing people for 2 screenshots, I'm pretty sure. They were gameplay related screenshots. They're talking about balance and like some silly stuff. That was doxing. So I got banned. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for watching. Like I was saying, another time we'll be doing a bit more interesting stuff. Like, if Helldivers 2 ever has surges going on, those are the streams in which I play a lot more, because it's just more fun to play. Right now, Mindless Masses is boring, so I'm not really doing much. There's not much to do. They target you on purpose. I don't get it either. Like, they targeted me, and it's like, for what? You target me, you ban me, now you're creating more animosity for no reason. Like, if I break the rules, sure, ban me. I didn't though. Yeah, we were saying earlier that Mindless Master should spawn a bunch of vote lists, like a ton. And right now it doesn't. Like, I did a mission, it was only 20 minutes, but we got maybe 1,000 kills combined, which is nothing. Not for a Mindless Masses. Like, it's in the name itself. And there's just nothing along those lines. It's false advertisement. They hate you for success. I'm not as successful as folks make it out to be, though. Like I was saying, if I were to be super duper positive, I would have made so much more views and as a byproduct, so much more money. So yeah, success is not the reason. I think it's not success in that sense. It's more so, it's they don't like that I can essentially say things that a lot of people agree with. They hate that. I think that's what they don't like. Like, I'm saying things that go against the grain, not just because I want to, but I don't want to, but they just happen to. And they despise that it can attract an audience. And honestly, I kind of do too, because I said it earlier, it's not beneficial to my channel. No, they do though. The critical videos, they tend to make less money because it's all about, I'll show you. When you make critical videos, I can see things such as RPM, like the money they make. I can see the views over time. And my critical videos, almost all of them, they're not considered evergreen content. They don't get many views over time. That's a big deal. It's also important to understand that when you make critical videos, that's super small, is it not? Has it been? Sick. When you make videos that are negative about words, when you make videos that say a game isn't great, or you point out reasons why folks essentially would stop playing the game, that's not good if your channel consists of posting gameplay about playing the game, whether it's guides, flat out gameplay, what have you. So if I'm posting negative videos, critiques, complaints, whinging and moaning, whatever you want to call it, that's not good for my channel that consists primarily of gameplay and guides. So here we have my most popular negative video right here. As you can see, in the first 7 days, it had dang near 670,000 views. I didn't expect that. That was random. Crazy. In 226 days, it only got an extra 400,000 views. And this is a rare thing because that's my most popular negative video and almost my most popular video on the channel entirely. Whereas three of my most popular gameplay videos, which I have more that are similar, those got over 600,000 views, dang near across the board in that same time frame. And the difference as well, you watch this negative video, the hell's going on? You watch a negative video, you're not inclined to watch more negative videos usually. You watch a good gameplay video or a good ranking video about stuff, you may want to watch the other ranking videos and still watch more gameplay about the game. This is exactly why I was saying it's not really lucrative to make negative videos. And if I showed you the average of all my critique videos compared to the average of all my gameplay videos, like, dude, the critique ones do not get views over time. 9 times out of 10 they don't. They almost always do pretty well initially, kind of, and they fall off after that. This one's an exception. And I even chose the exception, and it still shows a, what, difference of about 30% in views. Yeah, exactly. The point of that graphic I showed you is to display how negative videos do not age properly. They don't age well. And videos that age well are called evergreen content. The ones that get more views over time, more money. It's essentially making it to where the work you put in will pay off for a long time. Negative videos don't do that. So if you're not getting evergreen content from a negative video, and it's also giving folks less of a reason to watch your current content that you're still making gameplay of if you are, which I do, it's not lucrative to make negative videos. So why do it? Because I'm hoping that the game can benefit to the point in which I can actually continue to make more gameplay videos and have a better time playing it. That's the idea, at least. But in my case, I could have gone about it better. I didn't do the smartest things ever. It just sucks. And like I said, the folks that agree with me, if they agree really well, like a lot, that's not good, because now it's good because they can think, but it's bad because now there's another person that will likely have less reasons to play Helldivers 2 because I've shown them all of its flaws. Are you starting to see why it's bad to be negative about video games that you continue to make content for? That's the thing I never understood why folks couldn't comprehend it. They just sit there saying, "You make so much money off negative videos, bro. I'm glad that I'm glad that you came back to being mean and hurtful because rents do." Yeah, the stream with the arc jousting was fun. I actually didn't make that a video on the main channel, just cause I like edited it all and put all the funny moments.
History matters. Today, we remind you that Super Earth always has been and always will be.
But build videos age poorly depending on the dev's moods on the update. That's true. I mean, the same thing also applies to a Warbond. Like, a Warbond video can age poorly as well if it's just not a very fun one. Like, for instance, what was it? The Entrenched Warbond didn't actually do well views-wise for a lot of creators. I guess that people didn't really care that much. Exo Experts, I'm not sure. I didn't make a video, so I can't speak for myself. Like, videos do better when the game's more fun to play and the content is more of a spectacle. It's a win-win too, because as a content creator, if the game is better to play, it's better for other players, and it's more fun to make content on, and they have more people that want to actually watch content for it. It's like a very awesome reciprocal relationship when done correctly. The War Thunder content creator community. I stopped playing the game a year ago since 2016. I have actually heard pretty bad stuff about that recently. I've seen thumbnails. I think one of the guys makes thumbnails. My thing is, though, this guy makes a thumbnail about the game being in a bad state, and all it is him playing. He like talks about it kind of as he's playing the game, which is super sporadic. More so than I do videos. Like, the train of thought's not there for me. So I clicked on it, listened for like a whole minute, and it was like, wait a minute, this guy's going off into different stuff constantly. Excited for the We're So Back arc. Just know that I'm not saying that, alright? The people that are fence sitters are typically the ones saying we're so back. Not all of them, but typically. Better game, better mood, better views. Better game, better mood, better views, better money. Pretty much. It's the audience you garnered that €1 guy's channel is booming. Is it Delta Greg? I feel like there's a few creators that are like overtly negative to the point in which that's the stuff that everyone tells me I'm doing. Is what they're doing, bro. If you don't mean Delta Greg, then I do, because some folks, man, you can tell there's like very little effort being put into videos when they're just cranking them out. Like, I don't really make many negative videos in the grand scheme of things. The ones I do make, typically when I say something, I show it the entire time.
Don't let your family get murdered. Spend your extra cash today.
I've coped a time or two about being back, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not a big deal. Because at the same time, you do want some people to be overly optimistic. What you don't want is for those same people to be the folks that are essentially hindering the game from improving. That's my only issue, is that what happens is folks that get overly excited begin to start excusing the mistakes the devs are still making, or the mistakes they will make in the future, and we just end up in the same cycle of not being back again. That's why I get bothered. Like, I don't mind if folks are overly optimistic and loving the game. Like, go crazy. Just don't defend nonsense is my main thing. You can love things I hate. Cool. But there's certain things that it is more of an objective opinion. It's more of an objective view that people have, more so than it is like just a random opinion about a balance. Like Porky Pig Dog. What up, Pips? How goes the Arc, brother? I've been hearing some weird things about Arc as well. I feel like Arc Raiders is doing some Swede stuff. They Sweden it up. Go to Sweden and videotape yourself fighting Alexis. Bruh. That'd be weird, first of all. Millions of views. That'd be weird. Also, definitely do me a favor. I wouldn't suggest stuff like that. Like, that's not crazy. because I think it's a joke. But some people, even when they're joking, they write basically threats of violence, and I have to ban them because it's weird. Like yours is more jokey, but still. Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well. All's pretty good. I'm finding ways to make Helldivers 2 a bit more fun to play. My bad. No, I'm saying that you're chilling. I'm just making sure that no one takes it further than that, you know? Marketers is going full Sweden with very long vacations and no content, but I still enjoy PvP solo game. That's good. Luckily, it does have that aspect going for it, where the PvP, you just have the constant randomness of the folks you fight. If it wasn't for that, dude, oh my god, that'd be rough. But yeah, I've definitely heard the whole Sweden thing. The Swede infection spreading. Never go full Sweden. Dude, this sucks too. Oh my god. If this keeps happening, if more Swedish games go the same route, Swedish people get a bad rap as developers. It's very hard to avoid stereotypes, man. From the masses, that is. Because I'm saying it as a joke, but I feel if it keeps going this route, that will be a stigma. I just say the quality of the video where you're demonstrating the timer as the specific faction color. Oh my god, I can't read. The specific faction color loading is a very lovely touch, and congratulations to whoever edits that. Thanks. It's my in-house editor. His name is OhDough. I'll tell him you said some kind words. No, I agree. The problem with stereotypes is that they can be applied to folks they don't typically belong, because the group as a whole did things that created said stereotype. That's the only issue with stereotypes. Like usually they're not from nowhere, but it's kind of like you can make it less of like severe topics. Like for instance, cry diver, glaze diver, like those terms are applied to people that they don't really belong on just because the masses have done things excessive. Like glaze diver would have never existed if it wasn't for people pissing me off and glazing the game severely. And now folks that aren't glaze divers get called it, and they get upset. Sucks. Where's Dodo? I don't know. The AFK. If you collab with background, can you ask him if you can say extraction looks pretty clear? I think he avoids saying that. Well, we never land extraction. Dude, if you go on his videos and you hover over them, it'll have subtitles on every single one except for the ones that I'm in, where it says extraction's pretty clear. Every video, brother. I didn't know this until recently. I've been throwing off his whole feng shui. Spore bugs. On spore bugs, I rock Scythe. I think they're corny, but my solution is Scythe. What are you waiting for in the Steam sales this summer? Nah, I don't really look at sales much. I kind of just buy games if they're cool. And I have no idea what's in the summer sale to begin with. I'm waiting for a bunch of roguelikes. Or Souls-likes, rather. Souls-likes. Those are what I'm waiting for right now. I thought you said his videos. I might. If we land extraction next time we play, if we land extraction, I'll say it. Anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and eat. It's getting late. It's actually later than I expected. I appreciate y'all for chilling and chatting. It means a ton. We'll try and do a more organized thing next time. Gameplay on stream will happen in Helldivers 2. And other games, if something comes out that's interesting, it just depends on what's going down. But appreciate y'all's time. If you're interested, merch at outwestteams.com, my brother's business, hashtag not sponsored. I don't get paid. He's my brother. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. Have a good day. Peace.